7 new features included in Windows 11. Here are a few of the standout new features in Windows 11. A new, more Mac-like interface. Windows 11 features a clean design with rounded corners, pastel shades, and a centered start menu and taskbar. Integrated Android apps. Android apps will be coming to Windows 11 via the Amazon App Store, which will be accessible from within the updated Microsoft Store. There were a couple of ways to access Android apps on Windows 10, especially if you had a Samsung Galaxy phone, but this will make it native. Note that Android apps will not be available upon the initial release of Windows 11. Widgets. While they've been around for a while, remember desktop gadgets on Windows Vista, including in a recent Windows 10 update. You can now access widgets directly from the taskbar and personalize them to see whatever you'd like. Microsoft Teams integration. Teams is getting a facelift and is pinned on the Windows 11 taskbar, making it easier to access, and a bit more like Apple's FaceTime. You'll be able to access Teams from Windows, Mac, Android, or iOS. Xbox tech for better gaming. Windows 11 will get certain features found in Xbox consoles, like Auto HDR and Direct Storage, to improve gaming on your Windows PC. Better virtual desktop support. Windows 11 will let you set up virtual desktops in a way that's more similar to Mac OS, toggling between multiple desktops for personal, work, school or gaming use. You can also change your wallpaper on each virtual desktop. Easier transition from monitor to laptop, and better multitasking. The new OS includes features called Snap Groups and Snap Layouts, collections of the apps you're using at once that sit in the taskbar, and can come up or be minimized at the same time for easier task switching. They also let you plug and unplug from a monitor more easily without losing where your open windows are located. Windows has always existed to be a stage for the world's innovation. It's been the backbone of global businesses and where scrappy startups became household names. The web was born and grew up on Windows. It's the place where many of us wrote our first email, played our first PC game and wrote our first line of code. Windows is the place people go to create, to connect, to learn, and to achieve a platform over 1 billion people today rely on. The responsibility of designing for that many people is one we don't take lightly. The past 18 months brought an incredible shift in how we used our PCs. We went from fitting the PC into our lives to trying to fit our whole lives into the PC. Our devices weren't just where we went for meetings, classes, and to get things done, but where we came to play games with friends, binge watch our favorite shows and, perhaps most meaningfully, connect with one another. In the process we found ourselves recreating the office banter, the hallway chatter, workouts, happy hours, and holiday celebrations digitally. What was so powerful was the shift in the PC we saw and felt, from something practical and functional to something personal and emotional. This is what inspired us as we were building the next generation of Windows. To build you a place that feels familiar, where you can create, learn, play, and most importantly, connect in all new ways. Windows 11 brings you closer to the news and information you care about faster with Widgets, a new personalized feed powered by AI and best-in-class browser performance from Microsoft Edge. Even when we're at our most focused and creative, we still need breaks, a moment to check in with the outside world or give ourselves a mental reset. Today, we often pick up our phones to check the news, weather, or notifications. Now, you can open a similarly curated view directly from your desktop. When you open your personalized feed, it slides across your screen like a sheet of glass so it doesn't disrupt what you're doing. For creators and publishers, Widgets also opens new real estate within Windows to deliver personalized content. Our aspiration is to create a vibrant pipeline for global brands and local creators alike, in a way that both consumers and creators can benefit. At the beginning of 2021, the likelihood of Microsoft releasing a successor to Windows 10 anytime soon seemed extremely low. That remained the case until late May, when CEO Satya Nadella began openly discussing the next generation of Windows. Speculation surrounding a potential Windows 11 soon went into overdrive, especially once Microsoft announced an event for June 24. An early build leaked ahead of the official reveal, but Microsoft still had a few surprises up its sleeve. Early builds became available to members of the Windows Insider program soon after, before Microsoft finally confirmed an official release date, October 5, 2021. As the company explains in an official blog post, the update won't be delivered to all eligible devices straight away. However, there's an easier way to get Windows 11 right now on any compatible hardware, and Microsoft is encouraging people to do so. What's Windows 11 like? Clearly wanting to avoid upsetting millions by making radical changes, as it ultimately did with Windows 8, Microsoft has kept the same basic layout, albeit with a significant redesign. You'll also find rounded corners everywhere you look and a new centrally positioned Start menu, although you can return the latter to the side if you'd prefer. There's a new Widgets panel which can show the weather, stocks, news, and other things, seemingly replacing the old Start menu's live tiles, and improved grouping and snapping of open windows so you can focus more easily on what you're trying to do. Windows 11 on tablets is much improved thanks to the introduction of gestures and a new on-screen keyboard that's much more similar to the one on your phone. You can even install and use Android apps via the Amazon App Store, but that isn't available at launch. Windows 11 is a major release of the Windows NT operating system developed by Microsoft that was announced on June 24, 2021, and is the successor to Windows 10, which was released in 2015. Windows 11 was released to the public on October 5, 2021, as a free upgrade via Windows Update and Windows 11 Installation Assistant on eligible devices running Windows 10. Windows 11 features major changes to the Windows shell influenced by the cancelled Windows 10X, including a redesigned Start menu, the replacement of its live tiles with a separate Widgets panel on the taskbar, the ability to create tiled sets of windows that can be minimized and restored from the taskbar as a group, and new gaming technologies inherited from Xbox Series X and Series S such as Auto HDR and direct storage on compatible hardware. Internet Explorer, IE, has been replaced by the Chromium-based Microsoft Edge as the default web browser, and Microsoft Teams is integrated into the Windows shell. Microsoft also announced plans to allow more flexibility in software that can be distributed via Microsoft Store, and to support Android apps on Windows 11, including a partnership with Amazon to make its App Store available for the function. Citing security considerations, the system requirements for Windows 11 were increased over Windows 10. Microsoft only officially supports the operating system on devices using an 8th generation Intel Core CPU or newer, with some exceptions, AMD Ryzen CPU based on Zen and microarchitecture or newer, or a Qualcomm Snapdragon 850 ARM system on chip or newer, with UEFI Secure Boot and Trusted Platform Module, TPM, 2.0 supported and enabled, although Microsoft may provide exceptions to the TPM 2.0 requirement for OEMs. While the OS can be installed on unsupported processors, Microsoft does not guarantee the availability of updates. Windows 11 also drops support for 32-bit x86 CPUs and devices which use BIOS firmware. Windows 11 has received a mixed to positive reception. Pre-release coverage of the operating system focused on its stricter hardware requirements, with discussions over whether they were legitimately intended to improve the security of Windows or a ploy to upsell users to newer devices, and over e-waste associated with the changes. Upon its release, Windows 11 received positive reviews for its improved visual design, window management, and stronger focus on security, but was panned for regressions and modifications to aspects of its user interface. System requirements. These are the minimum system requirements for installing Windows 11 on a PC. If your device does not meet these requirements, you may not be able to install Windows 11 on your device and might want to consider purchasing a new PC. If you are unsure whether your PC meets these requirements, you can check with your PC original equipment manufacturer, OEM, or, if your device is already running Windows 10, you can use the PC Health Check app to assess compatibility.